So I believe I'm live. Oh man, so where do we start with this one? Just want to speak about what I think about the Yellow Vest movement and the Second Amendment. And of course, it doesn't matter if people show up in this live or not. I'm going to post it on YouTube so anybody can watch it. But, yeah. Much love, everyone. Good morning. Hope everyone has a good day. Make sure you get out and enjoy the sun. The sun is very important for our bodies. And, yeah, let's see. Where do I begin? So, for those of you who don't know what the Yellow Vest movement is, it's going down in France. So pretty much the French are, I guess in these recent days, have started riots and all type of violent acts against their government and stuff. Pretty much it started because the French government started wanted to impose higher tax reforms that didn't really benefit the poor class, working class. And so they got fed up and started, although that is why it started, it kind of expanded into a more deeper rooted issue. And so they used the Yellow Vest to, essentially perpetuate the working class citizen. And it's crazy that that's going on right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'll be the first to say I think America should take notes. Although I don't feel many Americans do know exactly what's going on, because, not to my surprise, but maybe to some they might find it surprising that they're not showing the Yellow Vest movement on the news or any kind of large mainstream media. I'm guessing because they don't want Americans to get any ideas, right? But yeah, so it started for that reason. Now it's pretty much going on. It's across the country over there. It's already grown to thousands and thousands of people rallying and attacking the parliament. But that's the Yellow Vest movement, and I think that's a hell of a move. It's a hell of a move. But there's something else I also want to talk about, which is Second Amendment. I'll try to keep this short, sweet, to the point. I don't want to go on for an hour or something, but we'll see. Point is, Second Amendment. I feel many people aren't really aware of exactly what the Second Amendment means. Of course, right to bear arms, everybody knows that. But it's actually kind of, when you dissect it and break down the etymology of what's being said, it's kind of rooted to something deeper, right? And so where do I begin? Second Amendment. Motherfucker. I'm just kidding. Beautiful dog. But so James Madison wrote the Second Amendment, he didn't really he didn't think of the exact details of the bill, but he is the one who wrote it into existence. And it gets a little fucked up, but so in the Second Amendment, right to bear arms, it isn't just right to bear arms, although that is the most important part. But in the Second Amendment, it clearly states, right? It clearly states the Second Amendment, the right to a well-organized militia necessary for a free state. Also, right to keep and bear arms, which may not be infringed upon. And there's a few key words in there that people gotta pay attention to. Well-organized militia and infringed upon. Because essentially where it begins, alright. So back when the American colonies were trying to separate from the British Parliament, right? They fought, they separated. So when America was just beginning to develop, of course, Thomas Jefferson, for just gonna give a quick brief history reminder just to help get my point across. But Thomas Jefferson, right, Federalist, and you had Alexander Hamilton, anti-Federalist. Oh, excuse me, I got that totally backwards. Alexander Hamilton is a Federalist. Thomas Jefferson was an anti-Federalist. That's it. That's the one. And pretty much, federalism means you want a lot of federalism means the government has a lot of control over the states. Anti-federalism means government doesn't have that much control over the states. And so these are some of the founding fathers. And then you had Alexander Hamilton. Now, when he was president, the fourth president, I think, he played a very significant role. Hang on. Easy, precious. Easy. You mustn't fear me, but it's okay. Alright, anyway. Not everybody's a morning person, but so back to what I was saying, right? Alexander Hamilton, he played a very significant role, right? So between the development of federalism and anti-federalism, trying to decide where America should go, Alexander Hamilton, not Alexander Hamilton, James Madison. My bad, y'all. I should stop smoking, huh? But James Madison, right? James Madison was the fourth president. And he played a very significant role. So, in the upbringing of federalism, anti-federalism, he was pretty much the middle guy who kind of connected the two to try to make everyone happy, right? Hold up. Okay. So he's trying to make the two happy. Now, he very much promoted federalism, although he was a very well acquaintance of his was Thomas Jefferson. And so he played the middle ground when he wrote the Second Amendment into existence, right? And so the words I had said earlier, the well-organized militia and the infringement. And he clearly shows right there, right? Like, I don't want to get too deep into it, but the puppet being controlled by two separate puppeteers. How, in the beginning of the Second Amendment, the well-organized militia. Now, just the militia part gets pretty complex. So, I don't want people to be fooled by the word militia, because if you look it up, it's going to say a group of citizens used to supplement an army. Regulated, I believe it says the government, it might not, but either way, right? To supplement a regular organized army. And then you have the second part, the infringed upon. Now that clearly signifies the less control. That's Thomas Jefferson's influence. Alexander Hamilton is the one who needs the well-organized militia. But it's kind of messed up. Because the militia part, if you look it up, it says to supplement the regular army, right? But they try to get people with the well-organized part. The well-organized part is the part I believe that means the government. But it's not just well-organized, because it's to round up citizens whenever they need a battle, right? But the fucked up part is if you do not go to war for them, you get prosecuted and you will pay consequences. Isn't that fucked up? So that's what the definition of militia said when I looked it up, right? And it also says, like, to fight to be a non-skilled person fighting in a skilled war. And so that's the well-organized part of the Second Amendment. That's the fucked up part. Also because it ties into... So you get consequences if you don't fight, right? And not even just for not fighting, but if you don't fight for what they're fighting for. And if you do not fight for what they fight for, you're an enemy. And you live here. But the militia part also gets intense. Because although when you look up the word militia and it says what it says, it wasn't necessarily I guess the action for that word wasn't born recently. Like, the American Revolution is when it actually started. In the American Revolution, 13 colonies got together. They used the citizens within those colonies to have the revolution. They weren't organized, but they had weapons. And so, hang on. And so that's where people shouldn't get confused. Because militia does not, in the rightful sense, its true essence, the true etymology of that word, did not start in modern America. It started from the birth of America by rounding random people up that were like, fuck this, we're tired of Britain. We out of here. That's how it started, right? But they changed that word, that militia. They want to make sure that to them, the higher, the higher class, the ones who control, they want to make sure that militia means you fight and they will organize with them. That if they call upon you, you will have to fight. And there are consequences if you don't. You'll go to jail. All that bullshit. So they won't take no for an answer. And that's fucked up. But unfortunately, that's the world we live in. But what I'm saying is, the Second Amendment, it isn't just right to bear arms. It isn't about keeping guns. Now, don't misunderstand me. I am definitely not for violence. If I wish guns didn't exist, I would. However, the unfortunate reality is we do live with guns. And all I got to say is the bad people are using them against the good guys. But the real fucked up part is the good guys don't want to use them back. Evil guys have no problem killing someone or stepping over someone. And good guys don't want to kill. Like, what the fuck? So, that's why I'm saying this. It isn't about, Second Amendment is not about just keeping guns. Because Thomas Jefferson knew that if the government got too strong, they will impose anything they can upon us. That's why America was born. The British were doing the exact same thing to what's happening to us now, along with France, of course. And it's literally history repeating itself. It's just cycles. But the interesting part is we live in the age of information. Anybody can know something like this now. Anybody. Internet is... I have some mixed emotions about the internet, but it has the potential to do incredible things. Like me talking to everybody here, right? But I don't want to get into that yet. I have like some thoughts on that. But point is, back to the original topic. Thomas Jefferson knew. And so James Madison, the fourth president, he played that middleman. So yeah, I just want to end off by saying it's not about keeping guns, people. It's just we must learn to be a peaceful warrior. Peaceful meaning we're only here to create harmony with people. Promote peace and love. Warrior meaning if you come over and disrupt my peace and damage my harmony, I will not hesitate to let you catch one to the jaw. Like, serious. Like, a warrior can be peaceful. It's his spirit that is strong. And I feel like I've met some pretty strong people in my life, spirit-wise. Excuse me. I guess I kind of take that back. I haven't met many, but I know that there are warriors out there. I feel like in times like today, like what France is going through, what do they say? That's the spirit. Exactly. Duh. Like, that's how I felt when I first heard it. But yeah, we need to know we need to know when to be strong. We need to know. It's just sad. And that's why they're not promoting what's happening in France here in America. Because if that shit happened in America, you should already know what's about to happen. But yeah. All I'm saying is we need more fighters. Literally, if all the working class poor folks, because to me that's not poor. Some of the poor working class have some of the strongest spirits. That's not poor. They're rich in many real, true ways. But if all the working class banded together, literally like all across the world in all type of international governments, and everybody stood up, imagine the change that could happen. Now, I don't know about the violence part. Unless it gets there. I mean, I know people in France have died. You know? But Thomas Jefferson knew that if they take away the guns, they take away the weapons for us. If they ban them, the people will be defenseless, and then the government can't really truly impose anything they want on us. That's crazy. Like it clearly says there. I don't know, yeah. But we can't ban them. Because I know, like, everybody who follows me, everyone who's following me now, all my loved ones, of course, I will not hesitate to combat anything that harms you guys. Like, I love all of you. I love everyone who gives me positive energy and stuff. And whoever actually watches this video from beginning to end, because I know, like, I don't know, people get I guess you have to be famous for everybody to hop on your live. Seems like people are like too timid to hop on the live, but I'm not mad at it. As long as it's out there for me, that's all that matters to me. But whoever watches this thoroughly, I appreciate you. Much love to everyone. And yeah, my personal opinion is I don't think we should ban guns. Nah, I would hope to never have to own one, to be honest. But if I must, I will. I just want you guys to protect yourselves and, you know, yeah. Much love, everyone. Peace. Have a good day. It's Liddy. I'm lit. Oh, and whoever's following me, you know, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel one time, that's where I post a lot of my music. I barely just started making music for the first time this year. Or it's about to end, so excuse me, I'm about to go to my second year. But shout out to everyone who's been like giving good energy about that. Just do it for the fun, and I appreciate it, like all energy. I learned from it all, so yeah. If you fucks with my content and everything, subscribe to my channel. I just kind of doing whatever inspires me lately, you know. Yeah. Just love everyone.